And we start tonight at 6 o'clock with iTeammate and the effort to help those in need to avoid eviction. iTeammate first told you a couple of weeks ago that federal data showed less than 20% of the money designated for rental assistance had been given out by the end of August.
Now, the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority says that they've been working to get the money out faster in the last few months. iTeammate's Jasmine Miner is digging into this for us tonight.
The Indiana Emergency Rental Assistance Program Director tells me they've been able to get out $55 million in the hands of families in need since March. But she says when looking statewide, you can't compare apples to apples. Every municipality is working within a completely different system. And she says the challenge with that is making sure families know they're eligible for help in the first place. It's not so much the system in place that was the challenge.
Oftentimes when people are financially burdened, they stop opening the mail because they can't pay those bills. They stop answering the telephone because they can't pay that debt collector.
But getting the word out.
There are so many different places now to get information. There are people that only get social media news. There are people that only watch a certain network or a certain channel.
Program Director Ray Binder says 58% of the nearly $450 million given to the state has been handed out, a significant increase from just 19% listed in a federal report at the end of August.
We've paid out $55 million, which in a little less than 6 months is a pretty substantial sum when it's going to individual households. If we were repairing a highway or something like that, probably not, but when you're looking at what was given to individual households, approximately $3,500 at a time.
For places like Indy, the city received about $30 million from the U.S. Treasury and has handed out close to 70% of that. But Ray says the state gave an additional $88 million in rental assistance, and that money hasn't been handed out yet. She says the extra money was to help create more of a balance.
When we look at Marion County, they have about 20% of the state's renter population, but they only receive 6% of the ERA1 funding. So that's what I'm speaking of when I say right-sizing their award to bring it more in line with the renter population that they need to serve.
She says out of the 10 zip codes that see the most evictions across the state, Marion County has 9 of them, which is part of the reason why IHCDA is helping with rent and utilities for up to 15 months.
People have kind of shut down because they're emotionally, they're financially, they may be health burdens.
Ray went on to tell me that she doesn't want people to try to figure out the system and then apply. She would rather you just apply and then let her team figure out if you are actually eligible for some rental assistance money. Well, if you are looking for those resources, we've got them right now for you on our website at wishtv.com. I'm Jasmine Miner for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.